Alright, now I'm back with another review for you guys, and this time we got the Marvel Legends Deadpool Legacy Collection. I did a little looking online. I think he's supposed to be based off of Deadpool from the second movie, but I don't remember seeing the unicorn in the second one. Either way, I think the suit's essentially the same between both of the movies. Maybe there's like minor changes, I'm not really sure, but yeah, it looks pretty good. You can see, I mean, from the package, the belt looks a little bit messed up. I don't know if that's how all of them look, or maybe it's supposed to look like that, but I don't know. I thought in the movie it had the little Deadpool eyes. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But he looks pretty good. He's got like, that's like 4 different swappable like pairs of hands. That's, damn. He's got 2 swords. You got a little knife in there. You got the little unicorn. And then that's a little image you get on the back. You got that image on the side. And then there's nothing on the side, which I don't know if I like that more than the old boxes. I think I like these. They're kind of something classy about them. They still got, like that little, no bio though. We don't fuck with that, personally. But, yeah, I don't know. Not a bad box though. I don't hate them by any means. They look nice. But, let's get into them, see what he's all about. And what is bro doing? Well, he's got a package. Alright, now that we're, got him in a regular pose. Now, anyone watching this, if you're thinking about picking him up, whatever, don't take this at face value. I'm just letting you know. You can see I was leaning to the side. I think his right leg and some part of it is longer and it shouldn't be or something, but he kind of tilts to the side. It's not that big of a deal, but you can't really, there's no way you can tell when he's still in package if that's, I'm just letting you know. Don't know if that's a common defect, but mine's got it. But, yeah, I do like this figure. But I will say we're just going to start off with some of the issues I'm finding on him. The belt, again, I'm not going to say it's inaccurate. It does look a little sloppy. And there's some paint issues. I think I saw someone, like, somewhere else. But, I don't know. The paint's continued on the back, which is, it's alright. Well, maybe there might not be any other paint issues, but, 2, kind of weird. The pinned legs, and then the non-pinned arms is weird. I can't decide if I like how they did this either. It feels like it was probably a good idea to make it a floating piece, but I also don't mind when they do it like they did with like Executioner, where it's like this just kind of slides into the belt. But again, I don't know if it really would work with this design, but I don't know. It feels like this was kind of a money grab figure. Like, it just feels kind of cheap, to be honest. That's about as high as you can get him to look up. You can get him to look down about that much. He has like a neck joint, but it doesn't really seem to work or do much. So I don't want to push it. Like, I kind of tried to twist and stuff. It does not seem like it wants to move in there. And then instead of sculpting this on there, like his little, like it's like the part where his mask connects to his suit, it's just kind of a floating piece on there. And like, you just have to kind of reset it when you move his head and stuff. But again, why? Whatever. But, he gets a little above T-pose, which, that's good. That's never something to complain about, I would say. Unless it's a character who doesn't need that much articulation, like Iron Man. Not that that's reference to one of my recent videos, wink wink. And then he's got those little butterfly. They go back a lot further than they go forward, honestly. I guess maybe technically they do go forward, I don't know. But he's got bicep swivel. It's a little bit stiff. His arms were pretty stiff too, but Deadpool's probably got something else that's pretty stiff. But it's a pretty good bend. His forearms just seem really skinny. I mean, his arms in general are kind of thin, but I guess Ryan Reynolds is like in good shape, but I guess he's really not like a really big dude. Like, he's just kind of tall and like muscular. But yeah, I don't know. And then, the hand pivots and then the twist. And these are the hands that were just on it. I just left them on. That's what I always do, usually. But he's got the single bend, which I'll show you guys something that you should probably be kind of careful of. But when you go back with him, oh, jeez, that's kind of scary. But his sheaths for swords will bend, and they're gonna hit the guns too and bend those in there. So I just maybe take that into consideration. Am I pushing him too far? I don't know. He gets back more than he gets forward, though, for sure. But yeah, just letting you guys know, be careful about that. And then he does have a twist at the waist, but you kind of got to move his belt out of the way because it doesn't like to move around there as much. But yeah, it's not bad. But so, you know, I'm just going to show you guys this now. I don't know if it was the previous release of the same figure or if it was another Deadpool, but I'm pretty sure it was the original version of this. But the pistols, I think, were stuck in the holsters. Those come out. Just so you guys know. Like, these are fully usable and they do come out. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it was the original release of this figure. Like, they, for some reason, decided people would want the guns, so they just were stuck in the holsters. Yeah, you take these guns out, he gets a pretty, it's like not a complaint, like you can't complain about that split. I can't personally, but and then he's got a decent kick. I know they don't do it a lot, but I really think it would be cool if they would start putting more drop down hips on more figures, because Deadpool is a pretty agile character. He's not stiff. Oh god, damn it. The amount of times I've already used the word stiff in a Deadpool review is ridiculous. But he's got decent bend on that leg. It's probably better on this one, actually, I'm assuming. Hold on. Yeah, it is. They're comparable. It's very slightly better. Nothing to complain about, in my opinion. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that, actually. So, I'm sure you saw me do it, but his thigh hole is effectively kind of useless, because if you push that, you're going to put pressure on this and probably rip it off. You get a little bit, but again, I would say it's nigh negligible. A calf twist would have been cool too, to make up for that, but again, what can you do? It probably would have broke up the sculpt unnecessarily, messed up the lines in the suit, you know. But he's got really good ankle articulation though. I mean, it's not like significantly better than like other figures. Oh, you know, that is a good kick or pivot that way, but I like the fact that it's just exposed. They made sure nothing would impede it, and then yeah, he's got the pivot, works just fine. The good old pivot. But yeah, I wish the head articulation was better. And then like I was saying, there's just something about him that kind of feels cheap too. Like, it's not like he's hollow plastic or anything. Like, but I don't know. Something about this figure genuinely feels like he's just like a straight up cash grab, if that makes sense. Like, they knew people would buy it because it's Deadpool, whatever. But I feel like they could have done better for this figure, in my opinion. But again, if you can get it for $24.99, it's probably worth it, especially if you like Deadpool. But anything above that, unless you need it because you're a Deadpool fan, like, I would implore you not to pick it up. But here's a little unicorn he comes with. It doesn't have any articulation, as you'd probably suspect, but it's a cute little unicorn. It's cool. And then his two Desert Eagle pistol arrows, which are unfortunately not gold. And then you got, what are these? These are sword. These are sword holding hands, or his knife. And then here's another thing to complain about. I mean, I guess the pistols didn't have any paint on them either, but like the fisted hands, like they're sculpted too, but they just didn't. They're not painted. Like, is everyone else is like that? Is there a defect? It just, why not paint them? That's crazy. And then you got the pistol holding hands, which I guess should have been kind of a key clue that the pistols come out, but yeah. And then you guys just, well, I don't know if they're technically katanas or what, but maybe they're is it called the Ninjato? I can't remember. But there's his dual swords, and then he's got his little knife, which, you know, not too much detail to it, but I like that they tried to almost simulate the serrations down there. But yeah, pretty good articulations. Overall, pretty good figure. The paint's not the best, but I've seen worse, I think. Let's move him over a little bit, and we'll do some scaling. I know the styles are way different, but I couldn't not scale him with Wolverine. Just, you know, see how it works. He's still too tall. Wolverine is still too tall. But still, hey, why not? But you know, if you really wanted to, you can make it work together. Some MCU scaling. Here he is with Wong. Hold on, let me see if maybe Make him a little bit taller. Like, is he 6'1" or like 6 foot? Like, is Wong really tall like that? Will he stand like that? Just barely. That's as tall as I can get Deadpool to stand. Bruh. The combination of the little issue he has with his ankle and trying to get him to stand is ridiculous. Hold up. I'll be right back with another scale. Alright, so just to explain, I thought I had maybe found a way to fix his leg. It didn't work. But if you look at his right foot, you notice that kind of looks like there's more gap than that foot. I have another figure that has almost the same exact issue. I believe it's the same issue, but it's my Raven Spawn from McFarlane. But I think either I don't know, like the pin or joint that goes into the foot is too long, or something's wrong with the hole and it just won't go all the way in. But yeah. Anyways, here's with Doctor Strange. One of these is out of scale. Like, I don't know if it's Wong and Doctor Strange or if it's Deadpool, but I feel like something's out of scale there. He is with Mark 85 Iron Man, I think, from MCU. Does Iron Man's suit make him like this much bigger? Because I don't remember it. I know it for sure adds a little bit of height to him, but like, I thought Marvel was better with their scaling, but maybe they aren't as good with their scaling as I thought they were, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Last but not least, here he is with She-Hulk, and I think this is about the only one where it scales pretty well, because Ryan Reynolds was like, I want to say he's like 6'1". I think She-Hulk is like 7 foot tall. So I would say the scaling is near perfect, but could be wrong. But looks pretty good to me. But yeah, my thoughts on him overall, I think he's pretty dope, even regardless of the little issues he has and stuff, but he looks pretty good, and his articulation is pretty good. And, like, he'll hold this pose. I mean, if you saw it from the side, you'd even be, probably it's more impressive, because he's, I don't know, his legs are diagonal. I'm surprised he even can balance in this stuff. Like, no. Another warning, though, the swords and the knife. Be very careful, especially with the knife taking it out of the sheath. I pushed mine all the way in just so it looked better with the pose. You can't even see, you can barely see it behind his knee, but I am afraid I'm going to put it in there one day and I'm going to go to take it out and it's just going to snap. If that happens, I'm just going to glue it on there and leave it in there. But yeah, I'd be careful with that little knife. The swords too, probably, but I feel like they'll probably come out a little bit easier. And like, there's little holes in there, so I think it doesn't create suction maybe, but I don't know. Overall, for retail, definitely pick them up. Anything above retail, I wouldn't, but that's just me. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this guy's I hope this helped you guys decide maybe if you want to get this figure or not, whatever. But I'm probably gonna have fun posing him today. But yeah, I think that'll be it.